Puspa Dewi is a rare example that makes us take a fresh look at the very idea of age. She'll be 60 in a year. Her appearance, posture, movements, behavior, and energy create the impression of a person who lives as if outside the usual flow of time. And the most interesting thing here is not at all about genetics or luck, but about how her daily life works and what principles she has built into it. The story of Puspa Dewi breaks this idea. There is no magic and no universal button. There is a system of simple actions, and it is their regularity and combination that turn everyday life into a mechanism that affects how a person's body, brain, and general condition age. Watch the video to the end to find out her main secrets of youth. So, let's get started. The first is daily activity, not in the sense of grueling workouts or sports fanaticism, but as a natural state of life. Sports, yoga, dancing, all these are not separate tasks, but part of her daily rhythm. And here it is important to understand not the fact of activity itself, but its nature. It is not a movement for the sake of a result, but a movement as a form of existence. When the body regularly receives a variety of loads, it stops saving resources. Joints retain mobility, muscles retain their tone, and most importantly, the nervous system ceases to perceive the body as something static and vulnerable. Yoga adds control and depth, restores a sense of balance, and reduces internal tension, which often ages a person faster than wrinkles. Dancing, on the other hand, involves another level coordination, rhythm, and emotional release. This is not just physical activity, but a way to reset the psyche through the body. If you look deeper, constant movement affects not only the shape of the body, but also how the brain ages. When a person moves in a variety of ways, the brain is constantly forced to build new neural connections. It does not go into economy mode. It does not freeze in the usual patterns. And this is what often distinguishes people who remain alive at any age from those who begin to age long before the first physical signs appear. But movement is only one part of the picture. The second, no less important, is related to how a person interacts with the world around them. Puspa Dewi pays great attention to her appearance and how she presents herself. And at first glance, this may seem like a superficial factor, but in fact there is a deep psychological mechanism hidden here. When a person takes care of himself, he sends a very specific signal to his brain. I'm in the process of life, I'm turned on, I'm important. It's not about meeting beauty standards, but about inner composure. Self-care creates a sense of structure and control, and this directly affects stress levels. And stress, as you know, is one of the key accelerators of aging, not only externally, but also internally. There is an interesting effect. People who continue to take care of their appearance, even in adulthood, tend to remain socially active and psychologically stable longer. This is not an accident. This is the connection between self-perception and how the body regulates hormonal and nervous processes. And here we come to another important element, socialization. There is a lot of communication in the life of Puspa Dewi. Friends, family, constant interaction with people, and it's not just a nice addition. This is one of the key factors of longevity for the body. Humans are not biologically designed to be isolated. When social contacts are regular, the brain receives constant stimulation through emotions, conversations, and sharing experiences. This supports cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt, learn, and react quickly. Moreover, communication reduces the level of chronic stress because the brain perceives social support as a safety factor. To put it simply, loneliness accelerates internal aging, even if a person is physically active. A busy social life, on the contrary, creates a feeling of involvement in the flow of life, which literally affects the physiology. Another seemingly simple point deserves special attention: the time spent outside. Puspa Dewi gets vitamin D from walking, but it's important not to reduce everything to just the vitamin. It's about regular contact with the natural environment. Sunlight affects circadian rhythms, which means sleep, recovery, and hormones. When a person is often outside, his body understands better where the day is and where the night is. This improves the quality of sleep, and it is during sleep that the main tissue and nervous system repair takes place. Poor sleep is accelerated aging in a latent form, even if a person looks normal on the outside. In addition, outdoor walks work as a natural anti-stress. At such moments, internal tension decreases, the brain gets out of the constant overload mode, and the body stops living in a state of latent anxiety. And chronic stress is one of the most powerful factors that literally eats youth from the inside out. If you put everything together, it becomes clear that the Puspa Dewi lifestyle is not a set of individual habits, but a single system. Movement supports the body and brain. Self-care builds inner composure and reduces psychological chaos. Social connections provide emotional stability and cognitive flexibility. And regular exposure to fresh air stabilizes biological rhythms and reduces stress levels. But there is another important layer that is often overlooked. All this works only when a person does not perceive his life as a struggle for youth. In her case, there is no feeling that she is catching up with something or trying to stop time. Rather, it seems that she just lives a full life, and youth becomes not a goal, but a side effect of this approach. And this is perhaps the main conclusion from the whole story. Youth is not a condition that must be maintained at all costs. This is the result of how a person moves, thinks, communicates, recovers, and perceives himself on a daily basis. When all these elements add up to a natural system, the body stops aging abruptly and begins to age gently, imperceptibly, without dramatic leaps. And that's why stories like Puspa Dewi are so attention-grabbing. They don't promise miracles. They show that the usual things, movement, communication, self-care, contact with the world, in the right combination produce an effect that looks almost impossible from the outside. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.